Hello everybody and welcome to a new series I'm going to be starting on this channel called Debunked. As you can tell by the name of it, in this series I'll be debunking common astrophysics, astronomy, space-related conspiracies. These include like flat earth, people calling the moon landings fake, stuff like that. In this video I'll be talking about the flat earth conspiracy theory where people are like, ooh, the earth is flat, and yeah, and basically in this video I'll be watching a bunch of TikToks and then I'll be replying to them individually. My goal is to debunk all of their talking points as they come up, so yeah. Thank you for watching, and one last thing. This series is heavily inspired by miniminuteman's awful archaeology series, so I don't know if I need to do this, but thank you so much. I'm a really big fan of miniminuteman. So yeah, let's start.
3 proofs that the Earth is flat. Part 1. Number 1. Airplanes do not adjust the angle of their flight, which is strange.
Yeah, that would be strange. If it was true, they do adjust the angle of their flight. It's just that because the Earth is so big, the amount that they have to adjust is very, very minimal.
Fly into space. Number 2. The temperature in Antarctica and the equator differ significantly.
Yeah, of course, there are different temperatures.
Although the distance from these places is extremely insignificant.
Alright, I'm gonna introduce you to something crazy. It's called the Earth is on a tilt. And hear me out on this one. The tilt causes less sunlight to reach the pole and more sunlight to reach the further you get to the equator. Isn't this insane? This is like whole new science.
When you understand that the Earth is flat, then everything becomes clear.
I'm gonna be honest, I can think of like a million different things that makes more sense with the globe Earth. I mean, take this for example. Gravity.
Number 3. If the Earth were spherical, ships would not even see lighthouses at night.
Once again, and hear me out on this one, the Earth is big.
But ships always see lighthouses regardless of the distance.
Alright, that was something. Next TikTok.
The Earth is flat, stationary, and nothing proves it better than what you're about to watch.
Oh boy.
Let's start with this. We're told that Earth is a spinning ball,
I mean, you'd be correct about that. It is a spinning ball. Next question.
hurtling through space at 1,000 miles per hour, putting the sun at 66,600 miles per hour, while chasing the sun at nearly 500,000 miles per hour.
I mean, all those numbers seem accurate from my research.
That's a lot of motion, yet somehow we're perfectly still.
Alright, this one is a really easy one to debunk, actually. I don't know why they think this is a good argument. We can't feel the speed of Earth moving because we're moving with it. I mean, I don't think this person's ever been in a car, but if they have, then they would know that you can't feel the car moving. You just kind of feel like you're sitting there. When the car is accelerating, sure, you can feel that. But because you don't feel the Earth accelerating because it's moving at pretty much a constant velocity, you don't feel it.
And the stars above us, like Polaris, the North Star, don't seem to move.
That would be because, hear me out, most, if not all of those stars are in the same galaxy as us.
Take the Georgia Guidestones, for example. They had a small hole drilled through one stone that perfectly aligned with Polaris for over 40 years.
I mean, you know, this one would probably be because 40 years, hear me out, is not that long in a universal scale.
If Earth were really zipping through space in all these directions, shouldn't that alignment shift constantly?
I mean, no, not really.
But it didn't. Here's the explanation you probably didn't hear in school.
Here comes the conspiracies. Great.
The Earth isn't spinning, orbiting, or chasing anything. It's stationary, flat, and enclosed.
I think I literally just explained how it is doing all of that and why that's true.
Above us, the sun, moon, and stars move, not the Earth.
Oh boy, now he's a geocentrist. Great. Yes, the stars move. Yes, the moon moves. Yes, the sun moves. Yes, the Earth moves. Everything moves.
And the firmament, a solid, dome-like structure, keeps everything in place, creating a sealed, balanced system.
Hey, okay, so I just have a quick question for you. Then how do meteors hit Earth? How? Explain this to me.
Let's talk about water. Ever notice that water always finds its level?
Yes, because of gravity.
Oceans don't curve or bend.
But like, they do? That's why ships disappear over the horizons. Have you never been to the ocean?
They remain flat and contained, with Antarctica acting as a barrier around the edges.
I'm at a loss for words. Does anybody actually believe this stuff?
If Earth were a sphere, water would flow and curve, defying its natural behavior. Now, think about airplanes.
Okay, so now they're just gonna start using the evidence that we disproved because their evidence just doesn't make any sense and isn't correct. And now they're just using that to push their like not true stuff, like the flat Earth. It's just kind of stupid. I don't have anything else to provide for this video, for this specific TikTok at least. So next TikTok.
Here is a way you can prove the flat Earth irrefutably. Ready for it? The Suez Canal. That's right. This engineering marvel is over 120 miles long and completely level the entire way.
I might have an idea of what they're trying to argue here. I think that they're trying to say that the Suez Canal doesn't accommodate for the difference in water levels between the Red Sea and the Mediterranean. The reason for that is it doesn't really need to. They're very similar water levels.
No dips, no drops, just straight flat water. Now, if the Earth were truly a globe, we'd expect to see some sort of curve over that distance, right? So,
alright, never mind. I have zero idea what he's talking about here. I think he's just saying stuff, honestly.
why is it perfectly level? Let's dive deeper into this. You've got this massive canal connecting the Red Sea to the Mediterranean, allowing ships to travel in both directions with ease.
Isn't that kind of the point of a canal?
But if we're really living on a globe, shouldn't there be at least a little drop-off along those 120 miles? Even just an inch?
Yeah, I don't know what he's talking about. You can literally see the curvature of it in the image.
That's what you'd expect if the Earth curved, right? So why is it completely flat?
He is just saying stuff.
In fact, here's a little experiment for you. The next time you fly, try recording the entire flight. Just let the camera run and notice something. There's no curve.
You can see the horizon line of this. And also, you wouldn't be able to see yourself going over the curve because you'd be going with the curve. Once again, the Earth is big.
Plane doesn't dip. You don't feel yourself nosediving to compensate for the Earth's curvature.
Once again, because you don't have to nosedive.
Even better, ask the pilot if they have to account for the Earth's curve while flying.
That would be because, hear me out on this one, they don't have to because the plane does it automatically.
Most likely, they'll look at you and say no. And let's be honest, if gyroscopes don't account for curvature, then why should we? But let's not stop there.
No. Please stop there. You are hurting my brain and making me pissed off.
Talk about emergency landings. If you look at flight patterns and emergency landings, you'll notice something odd. They only make sense on a flat Earth map. You know, the one that looks an awful lot like the United Nations logo.
Okay, so hear me out. Here's the funny thing about trying to display spheres on flat surfaces. You can't. That's why all maps are inaccurate.
On a globe, these landings are way out of place. It's almost as if the Earth isn't a spinning ball, but a flat plane, just like some of us have been saying all along.
I don't think this man knows basic geometry. I'm gonna be honest.
And water. Let's think about that too. When you spin water in a bucket, does it form a ball? Nope. It convexes outward.
What are you even trying to say? This point does not make any sense for your claim or for our claim. It's completely unrelated.
It does the complete opposite of forming a sphere. Water seeks its level. It doesn't curve around a ball. It's in the very nature of how fluids behave. So why would we think oceans are bending around a globe?
Once again, we can literally see the oceans bending around the globe.
It just doesn't add up. Now, I know what you're thinking. If all of this is true, why would anyone lie to us?
Please give me one good reason why the people would lie about the Earth being a globe. It doesn't make sense to me why people would lie about that.
What's the motive behind convincing us we live on a spinning ball when in fact, the Earth is flat? Well, let's talk money.
Alright, two responses to this one. First of all, I think he's projecting because I'm pretty sure that most flat Earth influencers do it for money and not because they actually believe in it. Second of all, NASA is one of the least funded government agencies. If you're talking about anyone, I give up.
Space exploration is a $1 trillion industry. NASA alone rakes in $69 million a day, every single day.
You do realize how expensive it is to send a rocket to another planet, right?
From your tax dollars. To put that in perspective, that's more than what all the McDonald's in the world make in a day. And you can Google that if you don't believe me. The truth doesn't need to lie to win.
Alright, now this person is going into how the government is lying to you, which, I mean, you're allowed to be mad at the government. The government does terrible things sometimes. Doesn't mean you have to be mad at NASA. NASA isn't lying to you. And with that being said, thank you guys so much for watching this horrible video I made. This is the longest video I've really ever made that's this well edited. So thank you guys so much for watching. Comment or subscribe or like or anything if you really enjoyed the video, and let me know if you want more of these. And I am out.